Hi guys, in this video we're going to be talking about an article in which Kerry King says Slayer retired too early. But before I continue, I'm going to leave links in the description to check out songs by Death Angel. Other than that, let's get into this. So Kerry King says that Slayer retired too early. The 57-year-old guitarist touched upon his band's decision to call it a day when congratulating fellow Californian band Machine Head on their 30th anniversary. So he says, "So I hear congratulations are in order for my friends in Machine Head. Apparently it's 30 years, which is quite an achievement. Not a lot of bands get there. We did, and then we quit too early." Slayer played the final show of its farewell tour in November 2019 at the Forum in LA. One day later, Kerry King's wife Aisha said that there is not a chance in hell that the thrash metal icons will ever reunite for more live appearances. A year later in August, she even shut down the possibility of her husband and Tom Araya sharing the stage ever again under the Slayer banner. She even shared 3 photos of her and Kerry holding their cat in a slasher type Instagram post. And the fan wrote, "No Tom, no Slayer, Kerry. Stop being Slayer without Tom Araya official." And then Aisha replied to this by saying, "Don't worry, there will never be a Slayer again. You can rest easy." In the same month, Slayer drummer Paul Bostoff confirmed that he's involved with a brand new project headed up by Kerry King. The two of them spent last year working on some new music in hopes of having recorded it properly once what was going on in the world had subsided. Bostoff went on to say that the sound will be like Slayer without it actually being Slayer. He also went on to say, "And that style, as a songwriter, you just don't change your style because your band is done. So all I can say is that if you like heavy music and you like Slayer, you like this." This was in regards to Kerry King's songwriting. The fact that he's been in Slayer, writing songs in Slayer for over 3 decades, and that just because your band is done doesn't mean you're going to just automatically change style. And I think he's right, because if you've been playing the same style for 30 or so years, then it's going to be kind of impossible to change things after doing that for so long. That's what I have to say. He also went on to say that if someone quit, I'm not going to go around with a made-up Slayer, but my next band will sound like Slayer, that's all I know. Getting back to Slayer's final tour, it began on May the 10th, 2018, with the band's intention to play as many places as possible to make it easy for fans to see Slayer one last show and say goodbye. By the time the 18th-month trek wrapped up at the Forum, the band had completed 7 tour legs plus a series of one-off major summer festivals, performing more than 140 shows in 30 countries and 40 US states. Now, Tom Araya spoke to Loudwire and he had this to say: "At 35 years, it's time to collect my pension. This is a career move." He also wanted to say, "I'm grateful that we've been around for 35 years. That's a really, really long time. So yeah, to me, it is, because when we started off, everything was great because you're young and invincible, but then came a time where I became a family man and I had a tough time flying back and forth. And now at this stage, at the level where we're at now, I can do that. I can fly home when I want to on days off, spend some time with my family, which is something I wasn't able to do when my kids were growing up. Now they're both older and mature, so now I take advantage of that." Yeah, it just gets harder and harder to come back out on the road. 35 years is a long time. Tom also revealed another reason for his diminished enjoyment of touring life, and he said, "There are things that have gone in my life that have made me change how I am as a bass player. I had neck surgery, so I can't really headbang anymore, and that was a big part of what I enjoyed doing, singing and headbanging. I like knowing that I was one of those badass headbangers that played a big part. Now I just groove the music, which is cool because I'm grooving with the music and the feel of the song, so that's changed a little for me." Okay, so here's what my thoughts are on this. As a Slayer fan, I have come to terms with the fact that Slayer are no more, but their music and legacy truly lives on. I know for many of you who listen to Slayer and who were lucky enough to see them live would wish that they would reunite in the near future, but it won't happen. Kerry's wife has come out and said that she doesn't want Slayer to reunite. Gary Holt is fully devoted to Exodus now, And on a somber note, I think the death of Jeff Hannemann, may he rest peacefully, had a part to play in Slayer deciding to call it a day. When you spend time and worked alongside someone who you're really on really good terms with, they just feel like family. And then when something as tragic as death takes them away, it's not easy to come to terms with, and things just don't feel as they once were. So on that note, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, and once again, please be respectful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.